It's day 8, and it's been extremely boring this morning. Lazy. Haven't done much. I've been working on this for a video, which is going to be coming out very soon. And that's the focus of this morning so far. Let's go weigh in. See what we're looking like. 1 full week behind us. Sickness almost gone. We're very close. I feel all of it out of here for sure. Got a little bit lingering here, but we're so close. I think tomorrow will be all good. But tomorrow we start a little bit of a chaos week again, and we have people coming for conferences and shit for work, so I gotta figure that out. Well, let's go. All right. So beginning of the 100-day journey, day 8. Day 1, we went in at 203.2. Moment of truth. You know, it looks like we did a pretty good job while being sick and not being able to be as active. And we handled it more on the nutritional side of things. And it's not like I did anything special. It's not like I had secret meals that like do something, you know, like I'm making what I would normally eat. I had a little bit more soup than I would. So with that being said, if you've ever looked at a ramen packet, regardless of what type, regardless if it's like your classic or anything, sodium's always super high on those, which means that we're going to be stacking on the water weight. So that was my original worry. But now that we're back to it a little bit, I think we're going to be all right. We weighed in, yesterday? Day before? And we were down 1.1 pounds, so I'm hoping we're right around there. Didn't gain anything back. We'll see. As long as I am under 203.2, we did a good job with being essentially sick the entirety of the first week. So, quick physique check-in. See where things are at. Not bad, not freaking bad. Yep. Oh yeah. Looking pretty solid. Okay, let's go. Let's get into it. To say I'm not nervous would be a lie. I'm always nervous when I do these because I don't really know, you know? Like, you could always be holding on to a little bit of excess water weight, and then, like, I want it to be semi-consistent for you guys where I could show you that, like, everything I'm doing is leading to genuine weight loss. So, like, if I happen to be up a pound or two just because of some water gain, like, it just sucks to, like, see the inconsistency. But, I mean, then in a few days, you see it drop off again, and hopefully that is encouraging for any of you who've seen, like, a sudden shift, you know? But, all right, let's see what we got. 203.2. Okay, almost exactly where we were yesterday. 202 flat. So, down 1.2 pounds. Really not bad for a start. I'd like to be a little bit closer to 2 pounds, but like all things considered, I literally cannot complain. Like, I'm very happy to see that we even lost weight because I figured we'd be right exactly where we were. So I'm happy with it. I might not sound happy just because I want to keep pushing. I want to really get after it this time. But I mean, what can you do when you're under the weather? You know, only so much you can do. But I'm excited to hit it now that we're back and feeling better. I'm excited to really get into it and really push and lean down fully and just like get jacked. All right. Let's go make something to eat. It's been a minute. And then we'll probably hit legs today, I'm thinking. So let's do it. Now I would dare say that there are a couple strategies for tossing in a shitload of protein in a very little amount of time. And I don't even want to say that they're cheat codes or tips or anything special. They're just not even hacks. They're just literally very bare bones ways to toss in a shitload of protein very quickly. What comes to mind for me is shitload of eggs and egg whites, shitload of chicken breast, shitload of tuna, and we're talking canned tuna, and we're talking carton egg whites, and we're talking a pound of beef, lean beef at that, the leanest you can do. For me right now, my plan, 1 pound, 98% fat-free, extra lean ground chicken. All I'm gonna do is press it into a pan, a skillet. You're gonna press it in there. A little bit of oil, press it in there. I'm gonna let it do its thing. I'm gonna put a top on it even. I'm gonna lid and let it just I'm gonna lid and I'm just gonna let it do its thing, and I'm gonna let it brown on the bottom until it's ready. And I'll know it's ready because when I shake it, it'll be free. It won't be sticking anymore. That's just how non-stick works. And I'm gonna flip it, and then I'm gonna do the exact same thing. I'm gonna season it really, really easily. We're talking like salt, pepper, paprika, maybe a little bit of garlic powder, maybe a little bit of onion powder. That's it. That's it. And then I'm gonna slap it on some buns. Hopefully we have more. I'll have to check in the pantry. What? Carbonara buns, my favorite. They come from Kroger. I imagine you can find stuff pretty similar, but only 4 net carbs, 12 grams of protein. That's why they're my absolute fucking favorite. They're amazing. And then I'm gonna make 2 Sammys. I'm gonna make one that's barbecue chicken. I'm gonna make one that's honey mustard. And then I'm gonna eat them. And that's about it. This is that simple. But this 4 servings in here, 120 calories. So we're gonna have 480 calories, basically 500. You add on 200 from the buns, so we're talking 680. But each serving, 25 grams of protein. So we're gonna have 100 grams of protein right here. And then these, what did I say? 12 grams each? 24. We're gonna have 124 grams of protein and 700 calories. Fucking crazy, crazy. And then I'm more than halfway to my goal for the day in one meal. And it's going to take me all of 5 minutes or so, well, 10 minutes, all of 10 minutes or so to just toss this in a pan, let it do its thing. Like, this is very this is very intuitive. Like, you just toss it in there, let it do its thing, and then enjoy it. Like, I don't think I can make it much more simple than that. When you let it sit and do its thing, low and slow for me, I'll probably only put it on a 3 out of 7. So that's like low medium, right? And then I'm just letting it sit probably 4 to 5 minutes each side. And again, you'll know because like you could shake your pan and it should be nice and loose. You might have to get under there just a little bit to get it loose all the way. But other than that, like, by no means am I a cook, for one. 2, do I have the time to really invest in like putting it all together right now? Like, I want to get done and get going, because not only do I want to hit the gym, but I want to finish that other video. And you probably have other shit you have to do too, right? Like a job or school, maybe classes, I don't know. Whatever. So, hopefully this is simple. I think it's simple. Let me know. Let me know what you think. And to get bougie with it, I'll toast the buns in the toaster. Other than that, we're good. Alright, we're here hitting legs today, leg day baby. Nice and warmed up, ready to go. To start out, I'm actually hitting a decently difficult move in my opinion, especially if you're just kind of getting started. This is definitely not where I started on my journey. This is the beginning of year 2 of my true push. So last year, started out with like real simple stuff. We're talking just some good old-fashioned squats, some leg press, leg curls, leg extensions, just like kind of those little core moves. So on my conquest to continue my fitness journey, I do want to be a little bit more athletic in that journey. So it's not only about the body recomposition, putting on some muscle, losing some weight along the way, but also building an athletic and capable physique. So, oops, see? You see right there. This requires a lot more muscle recruitment, better balance, and you're hitting more depth here. Doing this step down lunge a little bit harder than even just a typical lunge. And that in itself, difficult enough, but where we start to add in the athleticism is on this up, adding a little bit of a pop and getting the power and momentum into this. So like this instead, step down, boom, popping up. And this, of course, brings in some level of cardiovascular pushing me. I mean, I'm already 136, already in zone 2, perfect for the weight loss. All right, let's hit the other side. Biggest thing I'm really thinking about here for like my setup and during the actual movement is making sure I'm really, really well planted on this. Like whatever foot is down on that, I'm making sure I feel locked in, like full contact and just very sturdy on whatever the box, the step, whatever it might be. And if you only have like access to stairs or something, I mean, you could absolutely bring this down a peg and just work on just a step up. I mean, even that is going to get you going, and you're going to start building up the leg muscles. So a good place to start could be something simple like this, just popping up. And then if you want to add cardio into it, putting some pep in the step. But regardless, even this small movement is going to be enough to begin to work out those legs. And it's a perfect place to start, And as you build up to being able to do lunges, I mean, you could of course do them like that, or you could take the step up and step into it. Don't worry about going as deep. Take a little bit of the weight off, incline lunge. And if you have a box or something by you, adding that along the side to help yourself have something to balance on, keep you a little extra sturdy, could be the perfect way that you continue to gain that depth slowly over time, and then work in the power afterwards to where you are getting down nice and low, and able to come up and out. And all this is coming from someone who's had knee pain and knee issues kind of throughout. Maybe not, in high school and things like that, but coming out of it. I mean, even a little bit in college with football and stuff. Used to play football. By no means was I good. Just used to play DT. But yeah, just take the range of motion down, lower it down to where it does not bother the knee, and lifting it up to higher and higher platforms also makes it more accessible. And you just work on going lower, which adds more weight at the same time as you go lower and lower. And then on top of that, working on hitting deeper and deeper ranges of motion. And that just all helps to really bulletproof the knees slowly but surely. And I was actually starting to get kind of back to a tender point, and I've been working on a few of these things, and I can feel it helping again pull me back above to a much better spot with my knees where I don't even really have to worry. Previously, doing a box about this high, if I went to full range of motion, I could actually easily feel it on my knee. So we're talking about going up here instead, but hitting this was enough to really, really, really aggravate my knee. And so being down here now and feeling comfortable in that, very clearly progress. And that's what you're looking to do. Just stack on top of it. All right, this time we're gonna hit a little different. Add a little bit of weight on. I'm not so much worried about the depth as I am about just powering through this. So you'll notice I'm not going down quite as deep into this move, as I'm focusing more on actually just pressing up and out of this. All right, I'm actually going to shift around here now. Now we're going to be working the posterior chain, which is the glutes, the hammies, a little bit of the hip flexors, a little bit of lower back, things like that. Everything that kind of helps us to go like that, essentially. And so I'm going to swap over to RDLs, Romanian deadlifts. One of my personal favorites, what I found is that, like, especially when I was way overweight, when I was like, even when I was pushing 300, this is kind of where I was at. And a lot less stress on the knees. So going back to the knees hurting, like, this is one of those moves that, isn't a guarantee, but it's a lot easier to hit. So if any of the other moves are bothering the knees, this is probably the way to go, because a lot of times it's the fact that we are getting down into the squat and having to really bend the knee, which puts load and stress on the knee. So with this one, we're actually pushing the butt back immediately. That's the first move. The first thing I think about is literally butt back. Before I start to lower the weight, before I bend my knee slightly, anything, butt back. And then it's about lowering the weight. And there's a slight bend that does occur, but it's not like we're going like this to get it. Like, most of it is the lean, and that helps stretch out the hammies and the glutes like crazy. I love this move. It will actually lead to gains in other places because it helps with your stability, and it even helps with lower back pain, because for a lot of people, especially me, myself included here, working at a desk job, you get weaker and weaker glutes along the way, and the weak glutes actually end up affecting the lower back. And man, it's just crazy that so many things are connected to each other. So when you start to work on things slowly and you keep building up, you'll find that, like, aches and pains start to subside slowly. It's not about, like, working through aches and pains. It's about finding the moves that don't hit those and then spamming them, getting after them, building strength in them, and then going back to those other moves and slowly building into them, where this feels okay, this is fine, then this is fine, then this is fine, and you keep working. And then, yeah, next thing you know, like I said, aches and pains are gone, you're feeling better, looking better, all step by step. But yeah, so we had 3 sets of those guys. Now we're right here working on the posterior chain. Honestly, this is one of my favorite moves. I'm just an absolute sucker for it. Ugh, I love it. Alright, so I got 45s and 25s on each side. This is my typical, I'd say, my typical working weight. Let's throw some abs in between here. Oh, I've been a little lazy with them recently, so I've been slowly getting them back in. And it's not like at the beginning, I really spammed out abs, and I think it paid dividends in the long run because, I mean, I'll show you a picture. I think it paid dividends in the long run because I have some ab definition even now, and by no means am I like lean, and that's because I built that nice base under to help out. Set 2, let's go. So when I was starting out abs, I was actually doing it weighted a lot of the time, like the crunch machine, and like the fact that I didn't do anything else makes me want to say that's the reason why I built up, you know, some ab definition, and I allowed myself to get that like little bit of ab pop that I do have. And like I said, by no means do I have a fucking even 4-pack. Like it's still got that guy going, but like if we get a little bit of downlighting going, absolutely they're there, 100%. And I think it's because of those weighted moves. I actually did cause a little bit of hypertrophic gain, made those muscles a little bigger, gave them a little pop, and now I want the aesthetics, so I've moved away from weighted moves and moved to more of the body weight stuff, and that's just to not build any bulk. There's a lot of stuff saying that it does, there's a lot of stuff that says that it doesn't. I don't know what to believe, so I err on the side of caution and don't do it, but continue to train my abs in other ways. Like I enjoy calisthenics, things like that, and those train my abs in different ways, and it doesn't look like I've lost any definition. If anything, I've gained some, and I mean, the waist isn't getting any bigger, so we're good, I hope. I apologize if I am not loud enough in these right now. Here I thought that I was really recovering from being sick, but not only do I still have the mucus up right here, which affects like how clearly I can talk, and like it starts building up sometimes in the middle of sentences and shit, so like if you hear me really start to like bring it down, it's because I'm trying to like clear all that out, man. It sucks. Oh, and then on top of that, feeling a little dizzy now too, so maybe I went a little too crazy today. Thought I was back, because I kind of hit today like I would kind of hit it, but I mean, even partway through, I'm like huffing and puffing way more than usual, so I think we're still on that recovery. Hopefully tomorrow. I feel so close, you know. I wake up feeling pretty solid, but it's all that residual bull. Sucks, man. Alright, so this, I like going leg extensions into leg curls. So we've already hit both sides here with the lunges, and then the reverse side with the RDLs, and now we're just finishing it off with one final superset to like really pump shit out. So I just get after this one. I just go and go and go. Am I gonna go quite as hard this time? Nah, I'm telling you, I'm like, now I'm extra tired out too. It's been a long week, but we're still in here. Because you gotta get after it, man. You gotta get after it. And the hardest part of it all of it. You know what? We'll talk about that right after. Whew. And as you can see, right into it. No stopping. Just that quick switch over. There we go. That's it. That's it, man. That's how you do it. That's how it goes. Oh, what I was gonna say is, it's been a long week. And like, the hardest part about getting anywhere with anything that you try to do is, and I mean literally the hardest part, is deciding to do it all over again tomorrow, you know? Like, regardless of how the day goes, regardless of how you feel, regardless of how tired you are, regardless if you're still a little sick. I mean, am I going to go all out every single time, regardless of everything? No. Am I going to try and do my best while I'm in here, even if that means I'm super winded and a little dizzy and shit? Yeah. Yeah. Because, dude, I've been wanting to be lean like all my life, and I've never been anywhere near, and this is absolutely the closest I've ever been. And so, to do that final push and really get in on it and like have confidence coming into this year, because last year was so good, like, why the fuck not, you know? And even if you don't have a year behind you, like, one day at a time, take note of how you did along the way. The fact that I've recorded all this and you could go back and see where I used to be and like see how many reps I could do, see what weight I did, and like I know all that, I have all that here, you know what I mean? But like I can go and look back at it too, and I can see the difference. So that's why I highly encourage everybody to take before and after pictures, before and after videos, and like, they don't have to go anywhere. You just keep them for yourself, man. Be proud of yourself as you continue to do this day in and day out. And like, the goal might be so far away you can't even fucking see it, but as long as you know what's right in front of you, like that first step, that's it. That's all you need. And then what do you do after that? The next step. Like, it really is about coming in here and hitting it, going, eating good, getting your protein in, resting, coming back and doing it again. And is it the exact same thing? No. Especially not for me. Because I want to be athletic and I want to do the calisthenics and I want to mix all that in. So there's plenty of times where it's, instead I'm doing sprints, instead I'm doing calisthenics, instead I'm doing sled pulls. Like, there's so many other things that I do on top of this. So like, it's not the exact same thing day in and day out. The days change. And I also have other things that I'm really into, you know, like I enjoy boxing from time to time and I enjoy golf. So those are other things that I mix in. But overall, like, it comes back to the core of just getting out and actually doing it. So that's the biggest thing, you know, and that is the hardest part of it all. Truly deciding to do it over and over again and like committing to it, you know, like over and over. Tomorrow's another day. Can you do it again? Like, that's the real question, you know?